Hello students, how are you all? Are you good? Have you seen last video? Okay. Now perform all asanas and pranayams with empty stomach as I said, and before performing any asana or pranayam, first see what are the contraindications for that. Contraindications and precautions to perform those asanas or pranayam. Okay, as I instructed. Fine. Now today we are going to see few pranayams which are very much helpful or beneficial to control high blood pressure. Okay, anybody, a normal person can also perform these pranayams, but these pranayams which I am going to show you today are very much beneficial for the people who suffer from high BP. Okay, these pranayams helps to control that BP. Fine. So the only difference between the person who suffer from high BP should perform those pranayams with little bit low speed. Okay, I will show you how we can perform. Fine. So let us start our session. Okay, with first three omkaras and then we'll start with pranayams. So again, for performing pranayam, it is better to perform these pranayams with empty stomach and in the morning. And if it is not possible, you can perform it anytime, but with it is preferably we should perform these pranayams preferably with empty stomach. Fine. We'll see how to perform these pranayams. Sit on the mat and let's start with first three omkaras. Sit on the mat with simply cross leg or siddhasan, padmasan, any sitting posture. You can sit. Okay. Now perform Gyat Mudra. Join the tip of your index finger with thumb. Let your wrist rest on your knees. Sit erect. Fine. And close your eyes. Now we are going to chant omkars. First, take a deep breath and with exhalation we are going to chant omkar. So let us start. Keep your eyes closed. Rub your palms. Slowly put your palms onto your eyes and then slowly open your eyes. Fine. Now we'll see how all these pranayams we can perform to control high BP. Okay. So the pranayams which are helpful to control the high BP are Bhastrika pranayam, Bhramri pranayam, Anulom Vilom, and they can also perform Kapalbhati. Okay, Bhramri pranayam and Udgit pranayam are helpful to give relief from stress, anxiety. Okay, we will see how to perform first Bhastrika pranayam. So in Bhastrika pranayam, what we have to do? Again, we have to sit on the mat. Okay. If somebody cannot sit down, they can perform it while sitting on the chair also. Okay. Only thing is sit erect. Okay. So in Bhastrika pranayam, what we have to do? We have to inhale and exhale with a force, little effort, Okay. The normal person can perform Bhastrika pranayam like this. Fine. This can be speed of normal person, but the people who suffer from high BP, they should perform Bhastrika pranayam with little low speed. Okay, if they perform Bhastrika pranayam with a high speed, their BP will again raise. Okay, so that is not expected. So that they should perform Bhastrika pranayam normally with a little bit low speed. Okay, so they can perform like this: inhale, exhale, this way. Okay, I will show you how to perform it. You can observe how I am inhaling and how I am exhaling. Okay, like this. So performing this pranayama, you should not take much effort. You should not force yourself. Okay, do it with your comfort zone. Okay, but don't do it so relaxing so that it will not give you any benefit like this. If you perform like this, it will not be beneficial. So you should perform Bhastrika Pranayam with little effort, but it should be in your comfort zone. Okay, like this. And while performing any pranayam or any asana, if you close your eyes, it will be more beneficial. Okay, so let's do it with closed eyes. Okay, slowly open your eyes. So you have to perform Bhastrika Pranayam for 2 minutes, at least 2 minutes, then it will be beneficial. Okay, fine. The people who suffer from high BP should perform with little bit low speed. Okay, so as I showed. Fine. So this was the Bhastrika Pranayam. Second pranayam is nothing but Kapalbhati. Actually, this is not a pranayam. This does not come under pranayam. But the people who suffer from high BP, again they should perform Kapalbhati with little low speed. Okay. Kapalbhati means what to do in this. Here, inhalation will be passive, but exhalation should be active. We have to exhale with a little force. Okay. The normal person can perform Kapalbhati in 1 minute. He can do 120 strokes. Okay, that means per second 2 strokes. But the people who suffer from high BP, they should perform Kapalbhati. That means they should give 60 strokes or 40 strokes as per their capacity per minute. Okay, so here inhalation is passive and exhalation is active. Fine, you have to forcefully exhale, and so that your abdomen muscles will go inside. Okay, like this. Again, sit erect, perform Gyan Mudra. Fine. Inhale passively, normal inhalation, and with exhalation, how we exhale? With a little effort. Again, inhale. Understood? Inhalation will be passive, normal inhalation will be there, and for exhalation, the there should be little effort. Okay, forceful exhalation should be there. Fine. So it is required to perform Kapalbhati for 15 minutes. Then it will be more beneficial. Okay. But again the thing is Kapalbhati should be performed with little low speed. They should perform 60 or 40 or less than 40 strokes, okay, per minute. If the people who suffer from high BP, they perform Kapalbhati with 120 strokes per minute, then BP will automatically increase. Okay, so that should not happen. Again, it should be done with an empty stomach. So we'll see how to perform Kapalbhati. Sit upright, close your eyes. Now see the procedure, observe the procedure. You can observe the movement of my abdomen. Okay. So at exhalation, your abdomen, the muscles of your abdomen will be pulled inside. Okay, and exhalation is done. It will be beneficial. Again, I am saying that it will be beneficial if you perform it for 15 minutes. Okay, I will show you one more time. Just observe my abdominal muscles and my breathing. When I am exhaling, my abdominal muscles are going inside the stomach. See. So while performing Kapalbhati, if you feel dizziness, short breath, okay, then stop performing Kapalbhati. That means you are performing Kapalbhati with more efforts, okay, which is not in your comfort zone. Okay, then just stop it and do long breathing, deep breathing. Okay, and if you are doing in your comfort zone, you will not feel any kind of dizziness. Fine. So one more time I am going to show you how to perform it. Inhalation passive and exhalation is active with stroke. Okay, like this. Okay, I will show you. Fine, have you seen how you can perform Kapalbhati? Okay, Kapalbhati is again helpful for various diseases. Okay, but Kapalbhati is the best solution. Fine. Then we have seen now Kapalbhati, and previous to Kapalbhati we have seen Bhastrika Pranayama. Now we will see how to perform Bhramari. Bhramari Pranayama is very much helpful to get relief from stress, anxiety, the people who suffer from problem of insomnia. Okay, so they can perform Bhramari Pranayama before going to bed. Fine. So as its name indicates, Bhramari means Brahman means honeybee. So how it sounds? Bumblebee. How it sounds? have to make a sound from your throat like this. Then it is called as Bhramari Pranayama. Okay. One more thing is, the people who suffer from BP problems, high BP or low BP, they should not perform any locks, any bandhas, Chalagar bandha, Udiyan bandha, Mool bandha, they should not perform. Okay. Now we see, if we perform Bhramari Pranayama with Shanmukhi Mudra, it will be more beneficial. First, I will show you how we can perform it without Shanmukhi Mudra. Take a deep breath. Now with exhalation, so does it sound like a bumblebee? You have to do like this only. Okay, inhale, deep inhalation, and then while exhalation we have to make a sound. Fine, we'll do again. I am doing this hand posture just to convey you that when I am inhaling and when I am exhaling. Okay, so there is no need to perform like this. Fine. So just sit in Jnana Mudra. Fine. I am indicating you that I am inhaling and exhaling. Fine. No need to perform this hand movement like that. Fine. See, when I am inhaling, I will do like this. When I am exhaling, I will do like this. So, see. Now slowly open your eyes. You can feel the vibrations in your skull. Okay. Now you can perform Bhramari Pranayama with Shanmukhi Mudra. That means you can use your fingers to perform Shanmukhi Mudra. You have to insert your thumb into your ear. Okay. Don't press it inside your ear. Just press your cartilage with your thumb. Okay. Slightly. Don't put much pressure. Okay. Do it very slightly. Like this. Fine. Can you see? Or I will show you. See, this is your finger. So don't insert your thumb like this. This should not be done. Okay. How you have to perform? You have to insert your thumb in the cartilage. You can see this area, this portion. So just press it like this. Fine. Understood? Now we'll do. And you can use your fingers. Okay. Remaining 4 fingers you can put it onto your eyes, or otherwise you can do like this. Okay. This is also good. This is called as Shanmukhi Mudra. There are variations, but the thing is, put the thumb onto your ears and you can put your fingers onto your eyes or like this. Fine. There is no issue. you will feel vibrations, and in case of sinus also it will be more beneficial. When you perform Bhramari Pranayam with Shanmukhi Mudra, it will be more beneficial for the people who suffer from problem of sinus. Okay, we'll see how to perform Bhramari Pranayam with Shanmukhi Mudra. Okay. Inhale, and with exhalation I am going to hum. Inhale. Again inhale. Fine, you will feel the difference, okay, of Bhramari Pranayam with and without Shanmukhi Mudra, without closing your ears and your eyes, okay, you will feel the difference. So perform it with Shanmukhi Mudra, it will be more beneficial, it will be more effective. Fine. Then Anulom Vilom, this is a breathing technique. This is the one of the best breathing technique which don't have any kind of contraindications. The only thing is you have to perform it in a particular way, proper way. Okay. In Anulom Vilom, what we have to do? We have to close the one of the nostril, okay, alternatively. So that's why it is also called as alternative breathing technique. Okay. So how we can perform? We have to start inhalation with left nostril, exhale through right nostril. Then again inhale to right nostril, exhale through left nostril. Inhale through left, exhale through right. Inhale through right, exhale through left. So when you start performing Anulom Vilom, you have to start it with your left nostril inhalation, and when you are going to stop Anulom Vilom, again you have to exhale through left nostril and then stop. Okay. So again do it with your comfort zone. Okay. Do it. If you can perform it again with closed eyes, it will be more beneficial. There is no limitation, time limitation to perform Anulom Vilom. Okay. As you do for much more time, it will be more beneficial. Okay, it cleanses all our nerves, veins. Okay, it is very much helpful. Fine. So see how to perform Anulom Vilom. Just first close your right nostril. Okay. Now as I am showing, this will be inhalation and this will be exhalation. And I am taking my hand up. That will be inhalation, down, exhalation. Fine. So again, no need that you should perform like this and this. You just perform left hand mudra and use one hand, one of the finger of one hand to close your nostril. Close and open your nostril. Fine. If you are lefty, you can use left hand also, right hand also, any one of the hand. Okay. But the only thing is you have to start with left nostril. Okay, inhale, exhale, and again inhale and exhale through left nostril and then only stop. Fine. So I will show you. This is my right hand and right nostril. I am closing my right nostril. Okay, see. Understood? When I am inhaling through left nostril, my right nostril is closed. When I am exhaling, now I have inhaled through left nostril. Okay, so that now I can exhale through right nostril. So for that, I have to close my left nostril now. Fine. When you are using one of the nostril for inhalation or exhalation, that time your another nostril should be closed. Fine. We'll do one more time. I will show you how to perform this. Okay. Fine. You have seen how to perform Anulom Vilom. Okay. One more pranayam that is very much helpful. Okay. To reduce stress again, like Bhramari. Okay. So here what we are going to do, we are going to do deep breathing. Okay. Take a deep breath. Okay. And while exhaling, we are going to chant Omkar. Okay. A, U, M. Like this. Understood? So take a deep breath and while exhalation, okay, this is called as Udgit Pranayama. Fine. How to perform it? Sit erect, perform Dhyan Mudra. Close your eyes. So Bhramari and Udgit Pranayam are helpful to give relief from stress, anxiety. Okay. Then Anulom Vilom is very much helpful. Okay, in any disease it is very much helpful. The only thing is the Bhastrika Pranayam, Kapalbhati, we should perform it with little bit low speed. You can suggest these pranayams, breathing techniques for the people who suffer from high BP. The only thing is you suggest them to perform Kapalbhati and Bhastrika with slow speed. Okay, otherwise their BP will be high, more high. Okay, so try it and see how it will be beneficial. So the people who don't have any problem, they can perform Bhastrika Pranayam and Kapalbhati with a normal speed. If you feel dizziness, okay, blindness while performing these pranayams, just stop doing those pranayams, sit erect, okay, and perform deep breathing. Take a deep breath and exhale completely. Inhale all the way in, exhale all the way out. Okay, it will be again more beneficial if your exhalation count is more than inhalation count. Suppose I need 4 counts for inhalation. Okay, just count your inhalation and exhalation while doing deep breathing. Okay, then if the number of exhalation count is more than inhalation count, it will be again more beneficial. Okay, that means we are throwing out all the carbon dioxide outside, out of our body. Fine, so it will be more beneficial. Okay, and after performing all pranayams, the people who suffer from high BP, they should take shavasana. Okay, and relax their mind. Okay, so you have seen what are the pranayams which are helpful to control high BP problem. Okay, so let's try it and tell your friends, okay, relatives. Okay, we'll meet in next video. Till then, take care of yourself. Bye bye. Thank you.